trip that we went on called the Footsteps of Paul. And we went around to these different places, Philippi and these other cities where Paul was. It was really amazing. But part of it, like to get to Ephesus off the coast of Turkey and stuff, like you get on this, it's like a mid-sized cruise ship trip that we went on called the Footsteps of Paul. And we went around to these different places, Philippi and these other cities where Paul was. It was really amazing. But part of it, like to get to Ephesus off the coast of Turkey and stuff, like you get on this, it's like a mid-sized cruise ship, okay? So we're on this ship, and then the storm comes, like at night. It was so crazy. The waves were, Paul later would be shipwrecked, right, in this area. And I'm like, I get it. I get it. And it was so crazy. I don't know if it was our room or if it was the boat or if it was real. I remember I was asleep and I thought, I'm gonna die. Now, I may have taken an over-the-counter sleep aid, so some of this is foggy, okay? But I remember in my sort of sleep and awake state, and the boat is rocking, and it's the middle of the night, and I remember thinking, I'm gonna die. We're gonna drown, and if I drown, they're gonna find my body, and I'm only in my boxers. I kid you not. I'm like dead asleep, and I wake up, and I'm like, I gotta put some clothes on. So I get up, boat's rocking, I'm like half aware, and I put my jogging pants on, I got my shirt on, I got all that. I lay back in bed, I thought, okay, that's good. If we die, I'm not naked. And I went back to sleep and slept like a baby the rest of the night. Yeah, go figure, right? So when I think I'm gonna die, I'm worried about what I'm wearing. But when Paul thinks about whether he's gonna die, he's worried about, is he living for Christ? Is the word wow. Wow, I mean, God, amazing. Your creation, amazing. What you've done in my life, amazing. Your forgiveness, it's amazing. The church community I get to be a part of, it's amazing the way I get to see you work in my friends' lives. God, wow, you're amazing. The third word is help. And can I just remind you that that's a complete prayer? You don't have to add things to that. You can, but help is like a complete sentence from a prayer standpoint. God, help me. Help my family. Help me in this situation. And remember, his presence is right beside you. Rejoice in the good news, because the more you look to God, the more you'll find your joy. Here's another thing Paul will challenge us with, and that is, if we want this supernatural joy, believe God won't quit on us, rejoice in the good news. Another thing we see is a challenge to live for Christ in our lives, to live for Christ in our lives. So the last time I thought I was going to die,